makes him so lovable. Hey, everybody. Welcome back into our NBA TV studios. It's game night. I'm Kristen Ledlow alongside our Derek Fisher, David Griffin. Now, we're going to be with you guys until the third quarter in Indiana between the Pacers and Warriors. Then we're going to be back in the studio. You may be in the film room leading up to the second of our doubleheader on NBA TV. The Hawks are in LA to take on the Clippers. When Steph is shooting like that, what can be done, D-Fish?
I don't think there's an answer for it. The spacing that is improved, actually, with Boogie Cousins on the floor, and I know Griff has shown some of that. The floor gets wider, more open, more driving lanes. Talked about how many easy baskets they've gotten tonight. Well, that's not by accident. The way Steph and Clay move without the basketball, you saw their Cousins creating additional possessions by banging the offensive boards. These are things that it makes it almost impossible to guard these guys. And then obviously without Oladipo, Tyreek Evans, the Pacers are struggling to put points on the board on the offensive end as well.
You talked a lot in that first half, and we've talked a lot behind the scenes about what DeMarcus Cousins brings to this Warriors lineup. Of course, it's obvious to look at the statistical impact he can have, both on the boards and, of course, his scoring ability. But do you see his playmaking ability as what's most valuable?
Oh, for sure. And you can see them here. Everything that they do to split off of Boogie, the attention he draws in terms of the defense collapsing on him, they run all of their guard split action, right? So it used to be that Draymond Green was the passing big. But Draymond Green's not going to be the guy you fear shooting that three. So what happens is the defense is so keenly aware of him, it starts to open up everybody else a little bit more as well. So in addition to the fact that Boogie himself can shoot, Boogie, when he draws attention, is such a good passer. And they're so amped up right now. They're playing with so much attention to detail that everything they do off the ball is getting rewarded right now.
You've been on championship teams. You've orchestrated championship teams. At this point in this season for the Warriors, as they're looking to three-peat, as they're looking to improve upon a season-high 10-game winning streak, what do you see as perhaps cause for concern? Is this the only team that could beat themselves?
Well, to me, great teams are always in a class by themselves in terms of, yes, they can only beat themselves. Right. It's not as much about the opponent. I think this team is an example of that for sure. Cause for concerns if we're nitpicking. I think will continue to be the turnover area will be one to watch. They have to keep that number down. And I think too, as you saw to start the game in the first quarter, Boogie Cousins is going to be asked to defend a lot of screening situations in terms of on pick and rolls as well as guards coming off of screens. That'll be an area that the Warriors will have to watch out to make sure they protect them and don't put them in too many bad situations.
And we talked about it pregame a little bit heading into it. Since Boogie started playing, all of the Warriors' defensive closeout numbers are radically better. They were all around a point per possession before, and now some of them are below half a point per possession, right? So they're all revved up. But Boogie's own individual number is still very poor. So what you're going to see over time is that they'll start to attack him, like you said, in pick and roll. And then when the novelty of all of this wears off and guys aren't quite as amped up anymore because they're not trying to prove it can work, what's it look like then on a night when they're not covering for what he doesn't do defensively? How's that look? It'll be interesting to see. Right now, we're clearly in a honeymoon period.
Well, I asked you to nitpick, and you did. When they win 10 in a row, and they've won the last two championships, and they're up 21 at half, and we've got to put together a halftime show.
By the way, I got the blue memo.